Oh, bother.
Hello my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Shifting Sands, our Araby Let's Play in Immortal Empires Expanded. And because I left things on a cliffhanger last time, I want to get straight into it, even though we've got some experience to dole out. We can do that right after this battle. Let's conquer some ogres.
Just what I need, another mess to clean. Hurry!
Jafar, as always, had very little to say to his soldiers. Not that they really needed him to. You see, his soldiers knew what he wanted, and that was control. Control of all of Araby, so that he may return to the shores of Astalia, and eventually, Bretonnia itself. The ogres, for their part, were just another stepping stone on that path to glory.
Getting cold! Dive into him!
As Jafar's forces pushed up the hill into the final valley of the city, he was ambushed. This only served to give him purpose. Purpose to show his true colors, his true form. After allowing the ogres to gain the upper hand, just enough to get their confidence going, he revealed himself. And so, with that, the battle came to an end.
We're taking a beating! Bunch of scaredy cats! Oi! Come back!
And of course, a decisive victory, with Jafar bringing in a solid 99 kills. Of course, he didn't even have to use his Jinn form. He just wanted the ogres to know that he was the biggest and the baddest. So, let's see what we can do. And of course, we're going to subjugate these guys. We want them on our side. And now the ogres are on our team, which is great. We love that. And the first thing that we're going to do with our newfound allies is, well, I shouldn't say allies. They're not equal. Oh, it actually looks like it's time to launch another caravan, so we'll see what we can do with that, and then we'll come back to our allies. Vassals. Okay, and I didn't even realize that I could go up that far. We could go up and make contact with the border princes for 3,000 gold, but why would I do that when we can just go right next door for 3,500? And I think that's pretty close to as high as it's going to get for now, so that'll be that. Ooh, what is that? Why is that so blue? Huh. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're once again taking a trip down to, oh gosh, what is that? I don't know why I've forgotten the Wizard Callus Palace. There we go. Another little short trip.
Commander of Jinn. Commander of Jinns.
And I gotta say that the Arabian, caravan system is by far the most profitable. Now, I do think it's time that we go ahead and get those. Well, no, I take that back. It's time to go down Sultan Jafar's own skill tree. He's going to get +2 control for all provinces, -3 control for local enemy provinces, and income from post-battle loot +5%. Let's read that lore real quick. So, Jafar's hunger for power knows no bounds. There's no pact he won't make or enemy he won't crush on his path to conquest. That's fantastic. We're also going to be looking at Slavemonger. Once we have Slavemonger, this will look a lot more attractive, right? Black Scimitar Guard as well. We're going to have to go back to Al-Haik and really start investing in his elite army that he takes around with him. We got Cunning Charisma. That's good. Desires of Conquest. I really like that. And the Will of Jafar. Ooh. Leadership +8. Boring. I thought it was going to be something cool, but that's okay. I mean, that's a long way to go to get a leadership +8. I guess it lasts forever, so that's good, but still. Let's see what else we've got. We've got Great Commander down here. That's going to get us -6% upkeep. That'll be good. And then I believe that's really it as far as Sultan Jafar. Now let's take a look at Wazar.
Wizard Supreme of Araby.
And yes, he can. Oh, no, I take that back. I thought that Wazar had his own. Well, no, I guess he does. So wherever his master goes, Wazar will follow. That's going to be his first skill on his personal tree. He's going to have quite a bit going for him as well. And of course, he will never leave Sultan Jafar's side. Now, I'm questioning this Radiant Pegasus. It is fantastic, and I love it. But does it really fit Wazar? Is that really his thing? I'm not sure. We'll have to continue to see how it goes. I mean, it went really well against that Ogre Chief, but...
Lord and Master.
We also outclassed him. Now, as far as Haji goes, he can get his own Radiant Pegasus, but I really want to get him on that Royal War Elephant. If anyone deserves it, it is Haji. Of course, we're not going to be able to get to that till rank 16, but that's actually not that far away. Ooh, and this is a good one. So, -25% upkeep for Warrior Spearmen, Bowmen, Palace Guards, and Arabian Knights, as well as Camel Cataphracts. That's fantastic. He also could be a recruiter. That's gonna... I mean, we could have him end up being a recruiter. I'm not sure. And then we'll see Tribal Leader as well. That's not really going to be his thing. So it's going to either come down to recruiter or army general. That -25% percent upkeep is really sticking out to me here. We'll wait. We'll wait on both of those for now. We need to keep going down this this chain right here. Let's start getting that quartermaster built up. We'll get him all the way down to Renown and Fear. We'll see just how little his troops cost, and then we'll probably go with Army General. That'll probably be what we end up doing, but I'm not entirely sure yet.
You stand before the Sultan.
And then Israel is looking for a little bit of recognition as well. We're going to increase his cargo capacity once more. And that's going to be that for this turn. Well, I thought it was. We've got quite a bit of money to spend as well. So let's actually zoom up to our capital province.
Master.
We're going to get that livery. That's going to give us the camel Jezzails. I'd love to get those wogs in. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get that from Furus, but perhaps instead it's time to do a little conversion. What else can we get going at Furus? Not a whole lot, but... Oh, I keep thinking about those elephants. Let's see. We could make Furus an island fortress. That could be what we do instead of having our camels out of there. We have invested quite a bit into the camels, but I'm not sure. Let's get back over here.
You stand before the Sultan.
It looks like we're still recruiting for him. Not sure. I thought that we had ended that turn where we were still recruiting for him, but that's okay. But
The
now that
Serpent
the...
Lord.
Oh, and I did it again. Not building browser. That's what it was. We're going to go to War Coordination Outpost. We're going to click on Sud. We're going to get that outpost going because we want those ogres in our army. I don't really care about the Noblars, but I definitely want ogres. And I wish that I could tell them what they're going to build as well. But that's something that I can't control. Although it does look like they're going to start upgrading to getting that barracks, giving us even more ogres, which is really what I want, so that's fine.
Devoted to Araby.
Now the real question is, can we resist an invasion from the Crusaders if we attack them? What I'd really like to do is get a military alliance built up with our good friends here.
Ready. And what can the Dawi do for you?
And it doesn't look like they're that interested in doing so. They do like my military actions against the Knights of Origo. They do also have a natural aversion to me, so we're gonna have to do something about that. It has, well, our alliance, excuse me, has kept the Knights off of my back, or at least I believe it has, but it's something that we've got to consider when we launch a war against Rapans, because we are going to have to launch a war against her eventually. And we could definitely take that army down. Not sure what this army is. Mogan the Flame is probably going to have a pretty substantial stack.
Commander of Djinns.
And I really don't know that our two armies can take that.
Lord and Master.
All that being said, let's take a look at what else we can accomplish here. We're going to get a date plantation. That's going to grow us up a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and get that Knights Barracks as well. Let's take a quick look as well at our reconquest of Araby. Can't believe that we're only 14% after all of those battles. It doesn't say that we have to conquer anything particular on the southern coast, but we have. We've just gone ahead and expanded down there. But we do need to take El Kalabad at some point, Kafr, Lashik, the Sorcerer's Islands, and the Wizard Palace. Now I'm wondering if we're going to be able to bring El Kalabad into our...
But only to it. Spend your time in my presence wisely.
It just seems like we're not going to be able to. While I would love to live in a world where we could force them to heal, I just don't believe that we can. And that's going to be a problem in the long term.
Friend,
is there anything that we could do?
I will hold a banquet in your honor.
Maybe we give you a gift? I don't know how much that would buy us, though. How much would you want for... Holy... No, we're good. And they don't go to war with anybody, which causes me an issue. We might just have to force them to heal. I think that's what's going to happen.
You stand before the Sultan.
We'll take that perfumery. Go ahead and get that as well. And we have a commandment here to finish up this turn. Let's take control and growth. And I'll see you on the next turn. And coming back in with another caravan encounter, the guide. A guide has tracked down our caravan, offering to lead the way to our destination in exchange for a reasonable donation to his pockets. His price is frankly extraordinary. However, as they say in business, time is of essence. We're not going to give up 500 gold to make it. I mean, aren't we like one turn out from it anyway? Who cares? So we're going to find our own path on this one. Thanks, bud. And let me just double check to see. Yeah, we're literally there. Okay, so it doesn't matter. I am curious about getting another caravan, though. Southlander Inventor. No. We're good on that. And it does appear that it is time for us to make a critical decision. Do we now attack, knowing that it will serve to anger Rapunzel and bring her wrath down on us, or do we wait? Well, I for one say that it's time. The army is ready.
Commander of Jin.
We're not going to get any tougher. Or at least, I don't think we will. And, Jafar is ready to seek his vengeance. And if we just so happen to, I don't know, take the Wizard Callus Palace in the meantime, well, so be it.
As sure as the sun rises. To me. Commander of Jin.
It's time.
You insult me.
And our first engagement ends in a clear victory for us. They don't even want to fight. This is, of course, going to bring the rest of them down upon us. However, it's been time for a long time. And while I am very tempted to take the Wizard Callus Palace, especially in the state that it's in, you know what? I'm beyond tempted. Let's take it.
As sure as the sun rises.
No.
You will feel the sting of the scorpion.
And this will probably be the battle where we close things out, but just let me double check where our time's at before we do that. I think we're fine. Let's get into this battle.
Seventh sevens of Jin's descend upon...
The Wizard Callus Palace. In all his years, in his wildest imagination, Haji had never believed that he would set eyes upon this magnificent city. And yet here he was, about to seize it from the forces of Arkan the Black, as a signal to Nagash that these lands no longer belong to him or his servants. Sultan Jafar had entrusted Haji with leading this attack, and Haji was not going to let him down nor let his troops fall. The plan was simple. Once again, knock as many holes in the wall as possible and charge in. With many a hole ripped into the walls and the gates destroyed, Haji sent his best men forward, his warriors, his veterans of many battles. They were ready to seize this city, on their own if need be. As the swordsmen cleared the walls, another force had landed upon them. Wazar, who had just now become a vampire slayer, was here to lead the battle himself. And as quickly as it began, the battle was coming to an end.
To me.
Enemy incoming! Stand firm! Under attack!
And of course, a decisive victory. We barely lost anybody in that battle, and the recovery will be swift. So the real question is, do we subjugate them? And while I am very tempted to do that, I don't believe subjugation works as far as capturing your settlements or bringing all the settlements into Araby itself. So we're not going to subjugate them. Instead, we're going to occupy. Although sacking would do quite a bit for us, so let's sack it first.
You stand before the Sultan,
And then we'll have
Pure
Jafar
filth.
occupy it.
the Serpent Lord. Wizard Supreme of Araby.
And the Wizard Palace is once again in Arabian hands. Now let's see what we can get built here real quick. Not a ton. So let's go with a... Let's get some growth going. And let's also get a... I kind of want to get a barracks going, but at the same time, I don't feel that that's really going to help us in the short term. Although it does appear that none of this is really going to help us in the short term, so we might as well just go ahead and go with the barracks.
Commander of Jin.
And at least if one of our armies gets wiped out, we can then turn it around and, you know, wipe them out next. Conquer the following regions or have them occupied by non-Bretonnian allies or vassals. Well, that's a shame. I guess we could have just subjugated them. That would have been pretty solid. But that's okay. Araby belongs to Jafar. He's not really here to share it. So, while there are some notable exceptions, this is not one of those. He doesn't need the undead.
Devoted to Araby.
Ziad is ready for an upgrade, so we'll get him better scales, get even more money out of our trip. Hopefully he can still trade with the Wizard Palace since it's in our hands now. And then we'll deal with Mogan the Flame in the next episode. So until then, my friends, to all of you, well, good morning, good evening, and good night. I'll see you later.